Hey, movie lovers, this is Leo.
Mike.
And Kevin from Films and Fermentation.
If you love comedy, movies, and a good drink in hand, then you need to check out the Pod Nation Media Network.
It's home to a variety of amazing podcasts covering everything from pulp culture to history and, of course, movies like ours.
And the best part, Pod Nation Media Network is featured on Roku, so you can stream your favorite podcasts anytime.
Alongside Films and Fermentation, you'll find other fantastic shows like the KJ&A podcast, The Undiscovered Entrepreneur, Real Sharks, and so many more.
So grab a drink, press play, and join the fun with Pod Nation Media Network.
Because everything's better with a little comedy, movies, and booze.
Learn more by going to linktree.com/podnationpods.
Films and fermentation, movies and films and fermentation, movies and inebriation. Films and fermentation, movies and inebriation. Films and fermentation, comedy mixed with taste elevation. Films and fermentation, with Leo, Catman, and Mike.
Everybody, welcome to Films and Fermentation. I'm Leo. This is Films and Fermentation, a movie and alcohol podcast. Number one pop culture podcast on Good Pods and the number one beer podcast on Good Pods. I am on my own tonight. This is being recorded on Black Friday. We took a week off from a full episode to celebrate Thanksgiving with our families. And so I'm doing a quick mini pod review that'll be released this coming Tuesday. Tonight I'm going to be reviewing 3 horror films that I've seen recently that I've been meaning to talk about and just haven't had a chance to. So I figured this is a good week to throw out a little mini episode review where I can tell you about the 3 films that I've seen recently: The Long Walk, Weapons, and Frankenstein, a new Guillermo del Toro Frankenstein that's currently on Netflix. You can contact us by sending an email to filmsandfermentation@gmail.com. or visit linktree.com/filmsandfermentation to find all of our social media and podcast links. You can get some discount codes currently on Linktree. If you visit there, we have discount codes for BarkBox. Right now, you get 50% off your purchase with our Linktree code. Remember, we are an independent podcast. You can support us on Patreon for as little as $1 a month by going to patreon.com/filmsandfermentation, or you can text us at 904-867-4466. Now on to the main business of this evening. We are going to be looking at 3 films that I said I've seen recently, starting with The Long Walk, based on the Stephen King story, starring Mark Hamill.
I'm Ray Garrity. You can call me Ray. Prima Freeze.
Hank Olsen's the name. Walking's my game.
I ain't many that are built like me. I'm the last of my kind.
We did the very first long walk years ago to inspire everyday people.
Smile, boys. You're on candid camera. Man, you gotta not think about the things out of your control. Think about your plan.
Personally, I can't stop thinking about all that money.
You'll never find another like me. I'm the last of my kind.
Okay, just keep walking. That's right. Just keep walking. Yeah, that's it, kid. That's it.
Second warning. Third warning.
It takes heavy sack to sign up for this contest. I'm not going to go through the whole rule book, but it boils down to this. If you fall below the speed of 3 miles per hour, you get your ticket. Walk until there's only one of you left. Who's ready to win?
Yeah, it took me a while to realize the truth of this. This is walk or die.
You'll walk as long as you can. But sometimes the body won't listen. For some, your heart will stop. For others, your brain. And the blood will flow suddenly. There's one winner. And no finish line.
Set in a grim, alternate 1970s America, The Long Walk follows 50 teenage boys forced into a nationally televised patriotic contest where they must keep walking at 3 miles an hour or be shot after 3 warnings. At the center is Ray Garrity from Maine and the slowly forming camaraderie and rivalry between him and the other walkers as they trudge through small towns lined with cheering crowds. Overseeing the whole thing is Mark Hamill's chilling major, a smiling avatar of state violence who turns this endurance test into a national pastime. The movie absolutely nails the bleak King-style dystopia. Long stretches of highway, hollow celebrations, and TV-sanctioned cruelty that feels uncomfortably plausible. Cooper Hoffman and David Johnson give grounded, vulnerable performances that keep you invested, even when the story is literally just people walking. And Hamill's major is a fantastic bit of casting, equal parts showman, bureaucrat, and boogeyman. The 1970s aesthetic, from the production design to Jeremiah Freight's moody score, gives the film a distinct personality and keeps it from feeling like just another Hunger Games ripoff. The flip side is that the movie can feel repetitive and emotionally numbing by design. If you're not on its wavelength, Boys Walk and Occasionally Die will start to feel like a very long 2 hours. The world building around the regime and the contest is intentionally vague, but that minimalism comes off as underwritten, especially when the script clearly wants to say something about spectacle and fascism. By the time the ending leans into ambiguity, some viewers will admire the commitment to the novel's vibe, while others will just wish the film had offered a bit more catharsis. Hence, we're giving it 3 beers out of 5. A grim, solid watch, but not a top-shelf pour. The next film on the list here, Weapons, decidedly a much better film, a film I was excited to see because I really liked Zach Kreger's first film, Barbarian, and was excited to see this follow-up effort from him. So here is a quick trailer for the film Weapons.
Mr. Graff, I can understand your passion, and I don't mind having these conversations with you because, God forbid, if it was my child, I'd be demanding answers too. Those kids walked out of those homes. No one pulled them out. No one forced them. What do you see that I don't?
Zach Kreger's Weapons is a sprawling, interwoven horror mystery centered on a small town rocked by the inexplicable disappearance of an entire school class at 2:17 a.m. one evening. One incident fractures into multiple storylines: parents, teachers, cops, bystanders, each revealing a different angle on what happened and why. The film plays like a horror-inflected magnolia. Same town, same trauma, different perspectives, slowly snapping together into a single, very nasty picture. This is ambitious, confident horror from a filmmaker who clearly leveled up after Barbarian. The ensemble cast, Josh Brolin, Julia Garner, Alden Ehrenreich, Benedict Wong, Amy Madigan, and more, give weight and texture to what could have just been a high-concept exercise, and film's refusal to over-explain every mystery keeps it haunting long after the credits roll. Larkin Sepley's camera work wrings dread out of suburban banality, and the script's allegorical thread riffing on school shooting anxieties and parental grief without turning real tragedy into cheap exploitation, lands harder than most so-called elevated horror. At 128 minutes, Weapons occasionally feels like it's juggling more threads than it quite knows what to do with. Not every subplot lands with the same force. The finale in particular has divided critics. Some love the darkly comic, bittersweet tone, while others feel the resolution doesn't fully cash the emotional checks the movie's been writing. Because the film leans so heavily on metaphor, viewers looking for a clean puzzle box solution may come away with a little frustration. Still, the craft and impact are undeniable, which is why we're handing this one a hearty 4.5 beers out of 5. A brutally effective horror epic with only a few dents in the barrel. And that takes us to the last film that I'm going to be looking at tonight, Frankenstein, the Guillermo del Toro version that is currently playing on Netflix. A film that I really wish would have gotten more time in the theater because it is a beautiful, beautiful film to look at and deserved to be on the big screen longer. But I unfortunately only got to see it on Netflix, so that is the version I'm going to be talking about tonight. So here is a quick trailer for Guillermo del Toro's Frankenstein.
I am close, closer than ever before, to achieve what no man has.
Victor, maybe it's time to let this go.
What manner of creature is that? What manner of devil made it? I did.
Victor, you're not creating life. You're inviting death into our world.
It's beautiful.
You made me Victor and cast me into the dark. This is the future. I will find you. He is coming for me to destroy everything I build.
Victor!
Run.
Guillermo del Toro's Frankenstein is a lush, gothic reimagining of Mary Shelley's classic, following Victor Frankenstein. Sorry, I still got Young Frankenstein on my mind. Victor Frankenstein, played by Oscar Isaac, an egotistical 19th century surgeon whose obsession with conquering death leads him to create a living being from corpses. When his creature, played by Jacob Elordi, awakens, Victor recoils in horror, setting off a tragic chain of events as the abandoned being searches for identity, love, and vengeance in a world that only sees a monster. Rather than a simple mad scientist shocker, the film plays an intimate, sorrow-soaked drama about creation, responsibility, and what it means to be truly seen. This is Del Toro in full mythic romantic mode. Ruined castles, snow-packed vistas, candlelit laboratories, and faces framed like oil paintings. Oscar Isaac gives Victor a tortured charisma that makes his worst choices feel horrifyingly understandable, while Jacob Elordi's creature is an instant all-timer, physically imposing yet painfully vulnerable, a walking wound who embodies the film's empathy for the grotesque. Mia Goth and Christoph Waltz round out the ensemble with beautifully prickly turns, and Alexandra Desplet's score, plus Dan Luston's cinematography, create a sensory overload of color, shadow, and sorrow. It's the rare adaptation that honors Shelley's philosophical heft while still feeling like a deeply personal Del Toro fairy tale. If there's a flaw, it's mostly a matter of taste. At 150 minutes, Frankenstein takes its time, lingering on emotional beats and literary monologues that might feel indulgent if you're expecting a lean monster movie. The emphasis on gothic romance and theological guilt over pure horror means some gorehounds may leave wanting something nastier. But these are tiny quibbles next to the overall achievement. This is rich, adult genre filmmaking that rewards patience and attention. For us, this is an easy 5 beers out of 5. Raise a full pint to one of the best Frankenstein adaptations put to screen. Thank you for joining me tonight for this little mini episode. We will be returning with our next full episode soon. Let me get my dates up here. Our next full episode, episode 219, is going to be recorded on December 4th, but will be being dropped on December 9th. It is an episode where we are going to be having two celebrations. The first is we are going to be celebrating 5 years as a podcast this year. And on that episode, we are also going to be celebrating the 60th anniversary of A Charlie Brown Christmas. So please make sure you stop by the road, crossroads between Pickled and Fermented next time around for that very special episode. In the meantime, I'm Leo, and for Mike and Kevin, this is the Films and Fermentation podcast. Happy Thanksgiving. Cheers, everybody.